The man pulled out an ancient book, wanting to name his unborn child. If it's a boy, he'll be called Gang Ho. If it's a girl, she'll be called Gang Hee. He even prepared toys for both a boy and a girl. His friends laughed at him, saying there's still half a year until the birth. What's the rush? But some things really can't be celebrated too early, because heaven gets jealous, even jealous of his love for his wife. You have to understand. His proposal had caused a sensation throughout the village. He pinned his hopes on a pig, wanting the pig wearing a ring to run toward his beloved girl. But just then an old man barged in. The piglet got startled, and completely ignored the plan. It ran out from between the old man's legs. Then all hell broke loose. The pig ran in front. They chased behind. The pig instinctively charged straight into the restaurant. Everyone was shocked. Fortunately, the two of them arrived just in time, and carried the piglet away. The couple treated the pig like a treasure, but when the children saw it, they immediately lost their appetite. The man thought he had ruined everything. Unexpectedly, Young-soon extended her hand. He excitedly put the ring on Young-soon's finger. A simple thank you made the man determined to treat her well for life. After marriage, he truly kept his word. He wouldn't even let her serve her own food. He insisted on personally feeding it to her mouth. He also had to manage his family's pig farm. One day, a document shattered all their peace. The Seoul Olympics torch relay was going to pass by their farm. Strangely, they insisted on demolishing their farm. The reason was that if cameras happened to capture this dirty and smelly pig farm, foreigners would think Korea was a backward country. You have to understand, this would be seen by the whole world. His wife came out to welcome the Olympic torch. Her husband told her to go inside first, then urged the officials to leave. After being refused, several men became furious. They immediately punched the man. Just as the man was fighting with them, a fat man got out of the car, holding a baseball bat. He limped forward to stop them. He even scolded his subordinates for not knowing how to be civilized. Then he picked up the baseball bat and gave them a brutal beating. After beating them enough, he apologized to the man, saying these guys were uneducated. They only knew how to use violence, told him not to mind it. His wife was terrified the whole time. The man enthusiastically handed over his business card. His wife despised that such a person was qualified to work for the country. He even offered the man imported cigarettes, but this cigarette accelerated the destruction of this family. Despite Assemblyman Son's fawning attempts to get the man to sign, the man still made his position clear. Even if there are shots, it's only a few seconds. Can foreign TV smell the odor through the screen? Besides, this farm has been run by my ancestors, passed down through generations, like a family heirloom. I'm going to pass it on to my son in the future. My son will pass it on to his grandson, so stop thinking about it. But he had no idea how powerful these people were. The calmer someone appears on the surface, the more evil schemes they have in their heart. That night, the fat man leisurely smoked his imported cigarette, watching the pig farm engulfed in flames. Only then did they leisurely leave. Soon the commotion outside woke up the couple. When they arrived, it was already too late. If the villagers hadn't held him back, he would have rushed in to save those pigs. After all, they were living beings too. After the firefighters extinguished the fire, a witness said he saw a group of men in black lurking around at midnight.
확실히 본 거 맞아요? 그렇다니까.
Then his wife found a half-smoked imported cigarette nearby. They used this half-cigarette as evidence to sue Assemblyman Song. The prosecutor also investigated and confirmed that only Assemblyman Song had purchased records for this type of cigarette. But this guy had already thought of his excuse. He said he had given them to other people too. He would even hand one out to anyone he met. This wasn't enough to prove he set the fire. The originally confident witness began giving false testimony, saying he might not have seen clearly at the time. Wasn't sure if it was people or wild boars.
야, 삼촌아, 너 왜 그랬는 거야? 조용히 하시라고요.
So this time the verdict found Assemblyman Song not guilty. This verdict seemed to have been expected all along. The man increasingly felt something was very wrong. He waited for Sang Cheol, who had given false testimony. You have to understand, their relationship had always been good. Feeling guilty, Sang Cheol immediately turned and ran. The man called out to him, then dropped to his knees. But this act of kneeling actually accelerated his death. Every time his mother scolded and beat him, he would silently repeat one phrase in his mind. His mother had no idea. She was raising an ungrateful child. At school, his classmates often bullied him. He never fought back. Even when others called him someone who grew up in a pig pen, he didn't care. His desk mate, a girl, couldn't stand it anymore. She directly hit the boy, telling the boy to stop bullying Gang Ho. But the girl's words only enraged the boy. He asked the girl why she liked a bastard with no father. This comment made Gang Ho completely furious. This was the first time he ever lost his temper. As a result, he got another beating from his mom when he got home. He hated this mother who beat him without asking what was right or wrong. He couldn't understand why his father had abandoned them. But what he didn't know was, before he was even born, his father was eagerly waiting to meet him, and was incredibly loving toward his wife. That night, his father was driving his truck home. Suddenly he spotted a car stopped in the middle of the road. He thought the car had broken down, and wanted to get out to help. Only after getting out did he discover who was sitting in the car. It was Director Song. the man he hated most, just because his father refused to tear down the farm. Director Song had set fire to their pig pen, but in court he was acquitted due to lack of evidence. His father wasn't willing to let it go. He found the brother who had lied in court. "You clearly saw those people set the fire that night. Why did you say in court that you didn't see anything?" The brother reluctantly told the truth, because his mother needed money for surgery, so he had no choice but to say what they told him to. His father recorded all of these conversations and gave them to Prosecutor O. He even investigated all the demolition cases over the years that Director Song had been in charge of. They had all involved fires, but they were all officially ruled as electrical short circuits. His father hoped Prosecutor O would reinvestigate. He even pulled out his savings account, saying no matter how much it cost, he just wanted to expose the truth. Prosecutor O agreed on the surface, but as soon as his father left, he called Director Song, blaming him for not handling things cleanly. This enraged Director Song. Director Song directly killed his father and made it look like suicide. When his mother got the phone call, her husband was already dead. She cried, asking her husband why he was so foolish. Whatever they wanted, he should have just given them the farm, as long as you could stay alive. But it was too late for everything. Prosecutor O got the benefits he wanted. Soon, his mother packed up and moved away. Fortunately, there was one pregnant sow that she had kept in the woodshed, which survived the fire. She found an abandoned ranch and decided to start over here. The sow also gave birth to 10 piglets, and so, day by day passed. Her belly also grew bigger day by day. She spoke to the sky, "Honey, don't worry, our mother and son are doing just fine." But one day a group of people came from the village. Because the farm smell was getting stronger and stronger, they followed the smell and found this place. They said they would definitely tear down this farm today.
저기 사람 있네요.
They started making a huge commotion. When Young-soon turned around, only then did they realize she was pregnant. Another pregnant woman began chatting with her. The woman nearby even brought out her recently born son. The atmosphere suddenly became warm. When they learned this group had come to demolish the farm, Young-soon immediately got angry. The two pregnant women began fighting, but suddenly Young-soon stopped fighting because her belly was in severe pain. The amniotic fluid on the ground indicated she was about to give birth. Everyone's attention turned to the childbirth. After 49 minutes of effort, Young-soon gave birth to a boy. Suddenly the other pregnant woman also went into labor. 2 children were born on the same day in the same place. No one could have imagined that these 2 children's destinies were already tightly bound together. But after the boy was born, he never had a peaceful childhood. Every day was nothing but studying. His mother's goal was for him to become a judge or prosecutor. Only with power can you get what you want. Even when her son wanted to eat one more bite of food,
적당히 먹었으면 숟가락 내려놔. 배부르면 잠만 오고 집중 안 돼.
she would say this. She had no idea how significant this phrase would become. It would make her regret it so deeply her guts would turn green. This man dresses impeccably every day and puts on an act of being incredibly busy, but only his subordinates know he's not a good person. Sure enough, just minutes after getting out of the car, someone was already cursing him for being heartless.
딱 한마디만 해주면 되는 거 아니오.
But no one knows how much he sacrificed to get where he is today. From childhood, his mother forced him to study. Even eating one extra bite of food would earn him a lecture. Eating too much makes you sleepy, and when you're sleepy, you can't focus on studying. In high school, everyone else was having fun, only he was stuck studying alone. Eventually, following his mother's demands, he successfully became a prosecutor. His mother was overjoyed. Every day she thanked God above, but her son was always busy. Phone calls often went unanswered. His mother consoled herself. It's normal for government officials to be busy. One evening she wanted to bring him some food, but her son never picked up the phone. Cars behind her kept honking for her to move forward, but she had no idea which building her son lived in. The security guard had to ask her to pull over. Soon her son received a call from the security office. The guard said, "There's a woman here claiming to be your mother."
없다고 하세요.
The guard glanced over and said, "Your mom brought lots of food." Unexpectedly, her son hung up immediately. His mother seemed to understand what that meant before the guard could explain. To avoid embarrassment, his mother quickly said he probably hasn't come home yet. He's Korea's top prosecutor. "You know, it's my fault. I know he's busy. I should have called ahead." So she asked the guard to pass along the food to him. But before leaving, she couldn't help but ask the guard, "How has he been looking lately?" The guard told her, "He looks energetic all day long." Hearing that her son was doing well, she felt satisfied. Poor woman had no idea her son already had a girlfriend. His girlfriend used her birthday as an opportunity to introduce him to her parents. Announcing this was their future son-in-law, Choi Gang-ho. From her father's expression, you could tell he really didn't like this guy, but he quickly changed his demeanor. Throughout dinner, he kept probing Gang-ho. When he felt the timing was right, he sent his wife and daughter to busy themselves in the kitchen, really just wanting to get them out so he could speak to Gang Ho alone. Soon the future father-in-law showed his true colors, saying he didn't know if it was the stench of poverty on him that made him dislike him at first sight, and grabbed him by the collar, warning him that he must break up within a week. My daughter will only marry according to my plan, into the Dosang group family. Then he disgustedly wiped his hands clean, but Gang Ho wasn't angry at all, as if all of this was exactly what he expected, because he had intentionally approached Ha-young from the start, using his prosecutor status, pretending to investigate her, even deliberately damaging her bag to provoke her. Sure enough, he got the slap he was hoping for, but he knew he was getting closer and closer to success, because he had successfully caught her attention, and her father's outburst was the perfect opportunity to test Ha-young's true feelings for him. Then, using intelligence he had gathered, he began the revenge plan he'd been preparing for 20 years, and this man was one of his targets. Next, he took this crucial information, hoping to get the man to accept him as a son. Having such a capable son, the man readily agreed, and told him to go home and prepare the transfer documents. You have to understand, this old man was a director at UBE Company. With this kind of backing, his future father-in-law should reconsider his position, but he never could have imagined the game would end before it even began. On their way home, Ha-young's scarf flew out of the car. She instinctively got out to retrieve it, but before she could get far, the appearance of a truck made Ha-young sense danger. A wealthy girl visits her boyfriend's hometown for the first time. His mother excitedly comes forward to greet her son, but the son has no intention of acknowledging his mother. He's come back with ulterior motives. The mother has prepared family heirlooms for her future daughter-in-law, but the girl doesn't think much of these items. The boyfriend asks her to step outside. He has something to discuss with his mother. He takes a sip of tea, then he pulls out adoption papers. The mother is confused. She quietly asks her son if she can't have children. The son tells his mother that he wants to transfer his family registration to become Chairman Son's son.
어떻게 부모 자식 간에 천륜을 끊어?
어머니가 바라던 게 이거 아니었어요?
This statement leaves his mother speechless. She stamps the document while trying to comfort herself. Even so, I'm still your real mother. After stamping, the son eagerly grabs the papers and leaves. The mother takes her son's favorite pancakes and forces them into his car. She doesn't even get a thank you from her son. The villagers can't stand watching this anymore. How can someone be so unfilial? But this guy is about to get his comeuppance. The smell in the car disgusts his girlfriend. Chang Hao drives to a deserted area. Then he throws away the snacks his mother prepared without hesitation, dumping them into the river. His girlfriend in the car hands him a glass of water to help him calm down. She also offers to drive for him, perhaps too tired. Chang Hao actually falls asleep. While driving, her silk scarf accidentally blows out the window. To retrieve the scarf, she gets out of the car alone, leaving her sleeping boyfriend inside. Just as she picks up the scarf, a truck comes rushing toward them. The girlfriend has a bad feeling. Sure enough, the car is mangled in the collision. Chang Hao doesn't escape the impact either. He even rolls down into the river. The girlfriend cries heartbrokenly. The mother rushes over after hearing the news. She sees her son hooked up to tubes everywhere. She begs the doctor on her knees to save her son. Meanwhile, the girlfriend appears to be in great pain. Her father comes running to comfort his daughter.
수고했다.
It turns out the girlfriend had orchestrated this whole thing. She deliberately threw the scarf while he was asleep, using retrieving the scarf as an excuse to get out and stage the accident. But she doesn't know she's just someone else's pawn. The mother slowly accepts reality, taking care of her son day and night, trying various methods to wake him from his coma. Days pass by. Her son no longer needs the tubes. This day, her son finally opens his eyes. But her son can't make a sound, and looks frightened. From the doctor, she learns his brain was damaged in the impact. He now has the mental capacity of a 7-year-old. As a mother, she never imagined that after raising him for 20 years, he'd end up mentally disabled. But at home, she thanks her deceased husband for not taking away her only son, even if he's mentally disabled. As long as he's alive, that's enough. After bringing her son home, she tends to the pig pen, while taking care of her son's daily needs, but only feeding him meals troubles her, because her son absolutely refuses to eat, so she can only coax him like she would a child. She brings food to his mouth, but he won't eat. Then she can only force it into his mouth. Unexpectedly, the next second he spits it right out. Knowing this will work, she calls in a doctor to examine him. She's told this phenomenon means he's subconsciously given up the will to live. If this doesn't improve, they'll have to consider putting him in a care facility. This time, the mother's composure completely breaks down. She once again brings food to her son's mouth. Seeing her son persist like this time she's truly angry and forces it into his mouth. Perhaps frightened by his mother's appearance, he actually starts to speak.
배부르면 참아. 참으면 공부 못해.
Hearing these words, the mother can no longer control herself. These are the words she's been whispering in her son's ear all along. She tells her son through tears, "Now you can eat without having to study." Seeing her son finally eating, in this moment the mother realizes what she had driven her son to become. The young man is only 20 years old and already paralyzed from the waist down. His mother massages his body every day and encourages him that he'll get better someday. Seeing her son staring at a toy above him, the mother understands what he's thinking. She takes the toy down from above so he can see it without straining. Just as his mother steps out to take a phone call, the toy seems to possess some magical power. Its eyes suddenly light up. Then he actually gains strength. His arm slowly lifts up. When his mother comes back in, she discovers the toy fallen on the floor. She's so shocked she can't speak for a long time. After all, her son hasn't been able to move for over half a year. This toy means he has a chance to recover. But when trying to move again, he can't summon that same strength. Then the mother pulls out her trump card. She brings food as usual. But this time she doesn't feed her son, even though her son is calling for her. She pretends not to hear. After she finishes eating, she sees the food hasn't been touched. She has no intention of feeding her son. Instead, she takes the food away directly.
엄마 나 배고파. 엄마 나 배고파요 엄마.
Once outside, she feels terrible too. She forces herself to be cruel one more time. At worst, she'll be a bad mother again. Over the following days, she continues her efforts. At least his arm can move now. His mind seems to be working too. He grabs a handful of rice to eat, but his mother unceremoniously takes away the entire bowl. This day, his mother is busy and forgets to heat her son's meal. When she enters the room, she finds her son eating the cold rice from the previous meal. In this moment, she's very excited. She's even happier than when her son passed the prosecutor exam years ago. Her son has succeeded. He understands the importance of training. Next comes leg rehabilitation, although the process is very difficult. This is the path he must take. At home, his mother washes her son's face. Then she tells her son to behave at home. "I'm going to pack up your things in the city." Her son had lived there for several years, but this is her first time visiting. She then goes to his workplace to get his files. Just then, a woman demands that Chang Hao come out. Keep saying whether that bastard took money from the other party to judge him not guilty and let him go free. The woman calls him a bastard with every breath. Listening to this makes the mother feel very conflicted. She questions the secretary, "Did my son do something wrong?" The secretary tells her that people who disagree with verdicts always come to cause trouble. It's very normal. Don't take it to heart. While driving back, she suddenly notices a sheep ahead. She slams on the brakes and gets rear-ended by the car behind her. She was about to get out and argue with the other driver when suddenly she discovers several gold bars among her son's belongings. The mother returns home without saying anything, because at this time her son has the mental capacity of a 7-year-old. She can only keep it bottled up and bear it alone, listening to her son say he wants to go out and play with other kids. In this moment the mother finally explodes. She angrily scolds her son, "You got what you deserved. Those gold bars are from taking money to do bad things for others, aren't they? I raised you from childhood to be a good person, to become a prosecutor and help those without power turn their lives around. Instead, you took the path you should never have taken. Back then, because we had no power or influence, we couldn't help overturn your father's case. Do you know how helpless that felt? I never imagined I'd raise you to become a cold-blooded villain." Although he doesn't understand, the son feels his mother's sadness. He keeps apologizing to his mother. "I'm sorry.
엄마 미안해요. 엄마 잘못했어요. 다시는 안 그럴게. 하늘이 주신 기회가 아니고.
The mother is both heartbroken and reluctant to let go, but she doesn't know that her son had his own reasons for doing this. He even suspected he would face this day before the accident happened, because soon after, the mother discovers a shocking secret. The woman simply fainted from skipping breakfast, only to be told by the doctor she has terminal stomach cancer. Based on the current test results, the cancer has already spread to her abdomen.
아무튼 그런 거 아니에요. 아무 무슨...
She asks the doctor to double-check if it's really her name on the file. In reality, she just can't accept the truth, not because she's afraid of dying, but because she can't die, because she still has a paralyzed son. Discovering his mom isn't home, the son immediately feels anxious. At the hospital, the mother's heart is breaking. She immediately drops to her knees before the doctor, begging him to save her, whether it's surgery or chemotherapy. She'll cooperate with anything, as long as she can stay alive. After leaving, the mother looks utterly devastated. At that moment, her son also makes it to the hospital. Suddenly, the son falls out of his wheelchair. The mom instinctively moves to help him up, seeing her son completely dependent on her. In that moment, the mother suddenly lets go, forcing him to get up on his own. The son doesn't understand why his mom is being so cold. Back home, the mom is distracted. While serving food, she burns herself and drops the bowl. She even forgets to turn on the rice cooker. That night, she writes down all the important reminders and life skills, because she doesn't know when she'll die. She resents how unfair life is. She doesn't want to die. She just wants to be there for her son. Is this simple wish too much to ask? Perhaps she's already accepted her fate. She goes to the vet and tells the owner that she'll be leaving the pig farm to her son eventually, hoping they can help him out. The sudden announcement makes the vet suspicious. Then she takes her son to the pig farm, teaching him when to feed them, when to call the vet, when to sell the pigs, and even how to plant potatoes. One day, the son is cornered by a group of middle schoolers who bully him and demand money. Fortunately, his mother sees what's happening. The punks see her pick up a tool and run off scared. Back home, the son begins new training exercises.
따라하라고! 야, 이 개새끼야!
야, 이 개새끼야.
그 소리로!
Soon, the mom's illness flares up. She vomits blood profusely. She never expected fate would push her further toward death. The vet tells her that due to a bird flu outbreak nearby, all livestock must be buried alive. Watching the workers enforce the order, the mother's heart sinks to rock bottom. They don't even spare the newborn piglets. Hearing the pigs' agonized squealing, she thinks of her dead husband and her son who nearly died. Her son hugs his mom and cries. The villagers also plead, saying these pigs aren't sick. Can't they spare them? Perhaps this is the final straw that breaks her. She takes her son to his father's grave. She apologizes to her husband. I've been so busy, I haven't come to see you. Now the pig farm is gone too, so I'm not busy anymore. This time, she's made up her mind. She takes out the pesticide she prepared earlier. When the son sees his mom struggling to open it, he helps her open it and asks if the drink tastes good. After we drink this, let's go down the mountain and eat. I'm hungry. After we eat, we need to go plant potatoes in the field. When the outbreak ends, we'll need the potatoes to raise pigs again. Perhaps her son's words make the mom give up on dying. The next day, she drops her son off at a nursing home, telling him he'll be living here from now on. When you're fully recovered, I'll come get you. As she says this, she's clearly not being truthful. After leaving, she's made up her mind. Back home, she prepares 2 letters, then fixes herself up a bit. At that moment, her son uses GPS navigation to make his way home. After the mother cleans her son's shoes one last time, she prepares a rope. Then, gritting her teeth and steeling herself, she hangs herself. At that moment, her son also arrives home, but at his pace. By the time he slides into the room, his mom has been hanging for 2 minutes. The instant the door opens, he grabs his mother's legs and instinctively stands up. His mother gasps for air. The paralyzed son suddenly has a terrible premonition. His mother seems to have made up her mind about something. Gritting her teeth, she pushes her son straight into the river. No matter how terrified he is or how much he cries for help, the mother coldly stands there watching him struggle. Seeing her son crawl to the shore and grab onto his wheelchair, she cruelly throws the wheelchair several yards away. It's not that the mom is heartless, it's that she doesn't have much time left. She was diagnosed with terminal stomach cancer. She originally planned to just die and not burden her son. But unexpectedly, when her son saw her hanging herself, he miraculously stood up. Even he can't believe it himself. Just as the mom is overjoyed, her son instantly collapses back into the wheelchair. When he tries to stand again, he just can't do it. To push her son to stand up, she pushes him into the river over and over again, watching her son struggle in the water. It breaks her heart, but she has to do this. Just like when he was little and she let go so he could learn to walk on his own. Through constant training and letting go, he finally succeeds. The tears in the mother's eyes show that playing the bad mom was worth it. Although she's thrilled her son can stand, she now needs to speed things up and teach him more important things. She takes her son to a photo studio. After their photo together, she has the photographer take one of just her. Soon, her solo portrait is placed on the table. Her son doesn't understand why they're learning how to arrange a funeral, but the mother seems calm. I'm just teaching you things you don't know how to do. Just like earlier today when I took you to the bank to teach you how to withdraw and deposit money. Arranging funerals is something everyone must learn in life. So don't be scared, it's just education. Then she teaches him the entire process. She thought she'd just wait for death after this. At that moment, the mom suddenly gets a call from the security guard at the apartment complex where her son used to live, saying he has something important to give her. The guard warmly receives her. Last time you came to the complex bringing your son lots of food. I don't know why, but your son didn't want to see you. But strangely, late that night he came to find me and said if he's not around in the future, his mom will come to move his stuff. And when she does, I should give her this letter. At the time, I didn't understand. I thought he was moving out. But your son insisted that wasn't it. He said he predicted something bad would happen and made me promise to personally hand it to his mom. Last time you moved his stuff, I happened to be back in my hometown. Good thing you left your phone number then. Inside, besides expressing his longing for his mother, there's nothing else. But the letter her son wrote actually hides a secret. Because at the very end, he specifically wrote, on September 7th, your birthday, I'll bring my fiancé home to see you. Back home, the son looks at the letter and wonders if he even wrote it. The mother finds it increasingly strange. You never talk to me in this tone. And why have the guard give it to me? How did you know I'd be moving your stuff soon? Did you already know this would happen to you? So what are you trying to hint at? But now her son doesn't remember anything. That night, the mom can't stop thinking about it. When her son was in the hospital after the car accident, she tried calling her future daughter-in-law but discovered the number was disconnected. To help her son recover faster, she forgot about it. Suddenly, a family portrait reminds the mother of what the letter said. All the memories are in the family portrait, so she takes down the family photo. Could there be some secret hidden in it? Sure enough, when she opens it, she finds a memory card inside. After watching what's on it, the mother can no longer stay calm. The young man goes on his first blind date and actually blows bubbles in his milk tea. They barely exchanged a few words. When his date realizes he's mentally challenged, she mocks him. Do even idiots go on blind dates these days? Hearing this, the mother blames herself. Her son's current condition is all her fault. Just yesterday, she accidentally discovered a memory card hidden in their family portrait. Clearly, her son left this before the accident. Strangely, it's password protected. She tries several familiar passwords but none work, although he set it up. He's lost his memory now and can't remember anything. Looking at the letter he left behind, why did he specifically mention coming home early on September 7th for her birthday? The mother suddenly has a thought. Could it be the date plus the birthday? Sure enough, the next second, the memory card unlocks. They're both thrilled. Inside are recordings of her son's diary entries. He thought that getting into Seoul National University's law program would allow him to access his father's death records, but was told that unless you're a prosecutor, they only provide the verdict. That's why, even though he loved to draw, his mother threw away all his paintings and insisted he become a prosecutor. From then on, all he did was study, study, study. Finally, he passed the prosecutor exam. Through his position, he successfully entered the archives and obtained his father's death records from years ago. Strangely, his father clearly had 2 wounds on his neck, yet it was ruled a suicide. Every page was signed by prosecutor Oh Tae-soo. The final verdict stated that defendant Song Woo-byok was unrelated to the case and was released on the spot. Gang-ho knew the two must be in on it together, so he deliberately staked out Oh Tae-soo's house for several days, then came up with a bold plan. Over the following days, he constantly tailed Oh Tae-soo's daughter. After 2 weeks of stalking, he made his move, deliberately getting close to her. With his looks and status, he captured the girl's heart instantly. On the other side, he was also tracking Song Woo-byok's grandson. Knowing this guy was a gambling addict, get a little dirt on him and he could successfully get close to Song Woo-byok. The guy didn't disappoint. He happened to witness an accident. In the struggle, a girl died on the spot. An unlucky passerby became the scapegoat instead. In prison, he tells prosecutor Gang-ho that he didn't kill anyone. Gang-ho says, "I believe you didn't kill her. I'll start looking for evidence now. Until then, you have to survive in there. Please trust me. Do as I say and I promise I'll get you out." The man breaks down in grateful tears. But in court, Gang-ho's words are completely unexpected.
인정하십니까?
The man can only accept his fate. Gang-ho successfully gains Song Woo-byok's trust. He originally planned to get close to the prosecutor through his girlfriend, but Oh Tae-soo is too cunning and doesn't fall for it, so he has to solve it at the root. Through secret investigation, he learns that Oh Tae-soo's secretary suddenly quit. When he tracks her down, he discovers she's pregnant with his child. He then takes this bombshell to Song Woo-byok, wanting to trade it for the chance to be registered as his son, which would give him the credentials to marry Oh Tae-soo's daughter. And you can control Oh Tae-soo. Going down this path, he already sensed the danger. He also noticed something off in Hyo-yeon's eyes. After returning home, he sends his mother away, then places the prepared memory card inside the family portrait. Watching this, the mother can't stop crying. Her son knew that overturning his father's case wouldn't mean much, but he did all of this for his mom, because their conspiracy destroyed his mother's life. Right now, the mom just wants her son to let it go. She doesn't want anything anymore. She even burns all her son's materials and the evidence he left behind. She wanted her son to settle down in the countryside, get married, and have kids. After a few blind dates, everyone looks down on him for being an idiot. But some qualities are ingrained in your bones, and these very qualities put him in danger once again. The man clearly has the intelligence of a 7-year-old, yet he touches his chest and says his heart is beating so fast. His mother jokes, saying, "Is there some girl in town who's caught your fancy?" And this comment hit right on target. Her son responds, saying, "I don't know who she is either, but when I look into her eyes, I feel this inexplicable heartache." Meanwhile, a bride receives a gift, and this gift plunges the 7-year-old man into enormous trouble. Then she completely abandons her wedding, taking a taxi all the way to the countryside, just in time to see the normal Gang-ho walking out of the house. She can't believe Gang-ho is still alive, even more afraid to face him. After all, she had deliberately tried to kill him, and with this impulsive escape from her wedding, she knows what consequences await. But their arrival speed fills Hee-yeon with despair. Once she returns, given her father's violent temper, his daughter will inevitably face a brutal beating. He furiously calls his daughter a bitch for daring to block daddy's future, then orders people to lock this worthless daughter in the hospital. She's not to be released until I become president. Poor Gang Ho also gets caught in the crossfire. In the middle of the night, his mother receives a call saying the farm is on fire. When they reach the farm, the fire is spreading incredibly fast. His mother desperately wants to save those pigs. Gang Ho knows they shouldn't stay here long and pulls his mother to leave. But strangely, the exit is locked. Fortunately, his 7-year-old intelligence is sufficient. He then drags his mother out. Just as he's about to climb out, the fire causes a chain of explosions. His already injured brain suffers another impact. Unexpectedly, this impact seems to restore his memory. The memories in his mind are gradually returning. Seeing the farm on fire, villagers all rush over. Seeing Gang Ho's mother come out, the girl hurriedly asks where Gang Ho is, but she's told my son is still inside. Upon hearing this, the girl wants to rush in. His mother is very confused. Fortunately, she's stopped by a childhood friend from the village. He tells her to stay here and not move. Then he pours water all over himself. Next, he smashes open the door and rushes straight in. The villagers are in chaos. Soon 2 figures emerge. Everyone thought Gang Ho had been rescued. Unexpectedly, it's Gang Ho carrying his unconscious childhood friend out. Miju sincerely thanks God that Gang Ho is still alive, because no one knows what huge secret she harbors in her heart. At the hospital, police intervene in the investigation. They discovered gasoline residue near the farm. Simsek immediately wants to testify, saying I'm the only eyewitness. I originally went to the farm to find Gang Ho. I saw a group of men in suits coming out of the farm. Then it caught fire. Before he could finish speaking, Gang Ho's mother admits she was the one who poured the gasoline, and their entire conversation was overheard by Miju. She also knows something is definitely wrong here. But Simsek continues testifying, saying those men also beat me up. They were vicious, even made my neck swell up. But Gang Ho's mother insists there was no such thing, and I'm the victim. I wouldn't lie. It was all caused by my own carelessness. So let's not pursue this matter further. But Miju won't give up. She directly pulls Simsek into the hallway. She forces him to tell her what really happened. Seeing his expression, Miju knows they're definitely hiding something from her. Then Miju goes all out, demanding he confess everything he knows. Having reached this point, Simsek can only tell her everything in detail, so she immediately finds Gang Ho's mother, telling her to call the police right away. Someone is trying to kill Gang Ho. Actually, his mother already knew, so she pulls Miju aside to talk. Unexpectedly, this draws out the secret Miju has kept hidden in her heart for years, and Miju's blurted out secret is overheard by the awakening Gang Ho. Tears flow uncontrollably. This is also why, despite his amnesia, he feels inexplicable heartache when he sees Miju. The young man puts on his baseball cap. At this moment, he's no longer the fool with a 7-year-old's intelligence. Looking at the 2 children playing in the village, his heart is filled with guilt. He slowly runs toward them, then embraces them both. He apologizes to the 2 children, saying I didn't recognize you, but the children still treat him like a 7-year-old fool, asking Gang Ho what should we play today. They don't know that Gang Ho standing before them is actually their father. Yesterday Gang Ho was accidentally injured and hospitalized. Miju wanted to tell Gang Ho's mother that Otae-su was trying to kill Gang Ho. Seeing Miju care so much about her son, Gang Ho's mother asked her why she was getting involved in this matter. Miju blurted out because he's the father of my 2 children. Their conversation was overheard by Gang Ho. He didn't know that Miju had actually given birth to their children. When they were studying in Seoul, they lived together. The 2 of them lived very happily. When Gang Ho finally passed the prosecutor's exam, he suddenly broke up with her. Actually, becoming a prosecutor meant he was about to begin his revenge plan. He didn't want Miju to get hurt. Miju knew she had let it slip, so she apologized to Gang Ho's mother, saying I've kept the children's existence from you for so long. Even Gang Ho himself didn't know I had given birth to them. Gang Ho's mother thanked Miju, never expected to see her grandchildren in her lifetime. Hearing this, Gang Ho also sat up from the bed. The 2 immediately rushed forward. At this moment, Gang Ho was crying uncontrollably. Miju saw the old Gang Ho in his eyes. Before they could say anything, the police came looking for them, saying someone reported you as a suspect in a murder case. At the police station, the officer showed him a photo of him pushing a car into the Han River. Not long ago, Secretary Juan's body appeared nearby. Surveillance footage revealed that he had ridden in that car, listening to his mother defend him, saying my son has a brain injury and can't remember anything. How can he cooperate? He simply continued playing dumb.
엄마 나 밥! 나 배고파요 엄마. 밥 주세요 밥. 어?
Even pretended to grab a bowl from the officer next to him. Disregarding his image, he grabbed food with his hands. This behavior further confirmed that he was a fool. Just like that, the son was sent back home, but his mother knew that her old son had returned. However, the son said he could only continue pretending to be dumb to gather evidence. His mother was very worried, afraid that her son would get into trouble again, but her son reassured her, saying this time he had absolute confidence to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because Miju discovered a shocking secret from her daughter's phone. When Gang Ho's fiancé came home, the 2 children were trying to film rich people's cars. They accidentally discovered the fiancé adding unknown powder to mineral water. Then Miju was responsible for finding Hee Young, showing her this video. With only one purpose, voluntary confession results in much lighter punishment than passive arrest. Gang Ho also found the boat captain who had taken the secretary away. From the captain, he learned that Secretary Huang had committed suicide that day, not long after you took them away. Suddenly, suspicious boats were spotted approaching. Secretary Huang knew they were coming for her. The captain told her to hide, but she seemed to have made up her mind. Then she held the child and jumped into the sea. Soon he entered the courtroom as a prosecutor. First, he joined forces with Song Yubayak's secretary to file charges, revealing all the things his boss had made him do over the years to clear his own name. Oh Tae-soo voluntarily testified in court. Then the courtroom became chaotic. This was also part of Gang Ho's plan. The purpose was to make them attack each other in court, thus allowing him to reap the maximum benefit. Finally, he brought out Hee Young, who had already been convinced, revealing all the truth. When everyone else was just giving verbal testimony, the most crucial witness entered the courtroom. This was Oh Tae-soo's illegitimate son. His mother jumped into the sea alone to let him survive. At this moment, Gang Ho succeeded. The evil forces Song Yubayak and Oh Tae-soo were brought to justice. Even Song Yubayak's grandson was investigated. The young man who was once wrongly accused was also acquitted. He had bet on the right prosecutor. His mother finally got her wish. Before going to sleep, she asked her son to sing a song. In her son's singing, his mother slept peacefully, and this sleep would be forever. Although his mother was gone, he believed his mother was happy and left without regrets. After seeing his mother off, he decided to fight once more for his previous irresponsibility. Then he found Miju, holding a pig and imitating his father's proposal style. He put the ring on Miju's hand, but this pig completely refused to cooperate. Finally, the two ended perfectly while chasing the pig, and began their happy life together.